channel. I'm here doing a kettlebell walk and kettlebell throws. I'm gonna do the kettlebell throws over here. It's I'm doing it at night because it's much cooler at night and I can handle it better. I'm actually gonna do the kettlebell throws over here and I can show what that is. But for now, let's just start with a walk. See, even starting with this hand, just to build up muscle on this side, because muscle was developing unequally on my body, of starting with this foot and this hand. So now that I did that earlier today, and hopefully we can get some good equal balance going. Of course, I do my walk first. It's really difficult for me because the light's very bright, and so it's difficult for me to look directly into the camera. Keep it forward here. Look at the ground. And of course, I'm just gonna show the full walk. Taking about 20 minutes with the camera. Without the camera, it wouldn't take me very long. Feeling much better. I'll probably do a review. It's really good stuff. A combination of Hey, buddy. Oh, should I wait? These are the friendly dogs that run the track sometimes. Really nice dogs, really nice man who walks them. And I try to wait so he can catch up and catch hold of them. And of course, they probably smell my family's animals on me. And then I'm just gonna wait for 1 second. Oh, it looks like they're heading back. And we'll just finish this walk here. And I try to wait so he can so the dogs can hear him and head on over there. Because if I continue walking, they'll just walk with me. Again, really nice animals. And I'm walking on the side of the track here because there's other folks out here, including animals. And the 35 pounds is light to me, but if dropped or thrown or used incorrectly, it can still hurt somebody. It's almost hurt me a couple times. And so far, the kettlebell walk is working out for me. This is what I initially started with, was the kettlebell walk, and then other exercises just came to me, like the running. And personally, I like to keep it to the walk, and I like to run twice a week just to mark where I'm at. And of course, anybody who's done the weight losing process knows it's a really slow process. So I'm not any different. I'm losing weight, but my body's losing it at a crawl pace. It's the park over there. There's nobody. Bug flew in my face. Nobody playing baseball tonight. Really strange. Of course, California is a great place if you want to play sports, because it doesn't really rain that much. Maybe like And that's, and the loose animals, well, they're very friendly. One of the reasons why I'm concerned about kettlebell throws and not watching where the bell swings off, because I don't want to hurt animals or people. And the reality is, if this bell drops on any part of my limbs or any part of other people, there's no coming back for it. There's no bouncing back. There's no shrugging it off. And it's because it's like a concentrated weight in a ball, which makes it even more dangerous than Olympic or barbells or Olympic weights or dumbbell weights. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's just one of the dangers of working with kettlebells. Again, really safe. And just wait. Now that would be really dangerous if I had the animals around me. So I just stood there and held the kettlebell and just waited for the dogs to listen. They listen eventually, but animals get very excited, especially around people. So there's just some modicum of patience is needed. And of course, with this being so late and being the weekend, there's nobody here at the school grounds. So I was able to park my car closer to the track, and it allows for me to not have to walk so far. So I spent most of the day studying PC power, or power for PC. That's AC converters to keep the light over here. AC converters to DC convert. No, I'm not saying it right. Converters that adapt AC power to DC power, which your computer runs on. DC power, direct current. And of course, I was just studying power supplies and other ideas. Not groundbreaking stuff. Of course, I watched a couple video lectures on it and looked at the structure of a power supply, from the transformers to the filtering, and then to the regulator. I know there's parts in between it, but I only got a chance to watch it a couple times. And it's really hard for me to absorb all that stuff. It takes me extra longer to absorb learning, because learning doesn't come to me easily. I have to work at it. Neither does the physical stuff. So I just have to continue working at it until I get better at it. And this is really refreshing on my core, because I've been sitting down all day learning after my exercises. I even took an hour nap during the middle of the day. So it's refreshing for my core to get this workout. And it feels very good on my centerpiece of my body. And of course, a 35 pounder, it doesn't weigh heavy to me anymore. And that's just for carrying purposes. If I do other exercises, it does get heavy. And I've done a little bit of studying on this, and it seems like the body is kind of more designed for carrying weight instead of pushing and pulling in weight. That doesn't mean the body can't adapt, but it seems like this is the most optimal form of weight solution to the body, where you're carrying weight over great distances. Of course, the Marine and the Army, they do that all the time. They carry huge backpacks on their backs. You call them back destroyers or something like that. I don't know, I'm not in the service, so I don't know too much about it. I've only seen the pictures of all the equipment they carry. It's just like, damn, it's insane. And of course, here it is. Modern, that's really light itself. And then you start adding stuff like a motherboard, power supply, memory, hard drives. When you start putting stuff inside of it, that's when it gets heavy. I think the most heavy piece of equipment I've carried so far is a, it's not a power supply. I forget what it is, but it's inline power supply unit for like server equipment. Those are really heavy. Once I drop one on my hand, it crushed the hell out of my hand. It really hurt. Only switch a little bit coming up to it. I'll show you what it did. Only when it comes to testing do I actually remember the stuff. And that's what dropping a power supply unit designed to keep servers running during an outage did to my finger. Dropped it on these two, crushed this one really badly. Coming up on the third lap here. I'm just going to start walking fast because I want to get this done. And then in 2 more weeks, I might update to the 35. Not 35. To the 44-pound kettlebell. There's a couple of benchmarks I want to make with this one first, including jogging the straightaways and doing kettlebell throws, just to make sure I'm efficient in those departments before I graduate up. And I'm going to try to work on that all this week and all next week. When people normally make YouTube channels, they usually do it around some kind of topic, like Harry Potter or Dragon. Instead, I wanted my channel to be all about progress, both physical and mental. So I interested in people coming together and better progress for themselves to be healthier and more mentally fit. And mental fitness is a thing. It just takes a lot more work on mental fitness, especially for me. I have to kind of work hard at it by studying and trying to make good decisions for myself. Because even I sometimes struggle for making poor decisions. So I try not to do that. Like I try to manage my time correctly. So I'm up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. And I can go to work on time and eat breakfast on time. And of course on the weekends I don't mind, but during the weekdays I try to get this done at 8 o'clock. So I'm back home at 9, and I can just get ready for bed. And working exercise around an 8 to 5 job is one of the most difficult things I've done. It's not impossible. And I thought to myself about becoming a full-time YouTube content creator. But I don't know what I do with all the time on my hands. I don't know if I want to take time to learn how to video edit. It might make more sense to me in the long run to build out my own video platform infrastructure from my home and host my videos out that way. Because this whole YouTube thing, it's a good short-term solution for me, but not long-term, especially if I plan on doing a lot of traveling. Video for a second.